the November the 20th, and it must be school board meeting day because we have Dr. Surrency, the man of education, in here.
Wow, I don't know if I can live up to all that hoopla you're saying, but I'm just glad to be in the same room with Tim Smith.
Oh, well, we're glad to have you.
Yeah, he's all dressed up and all, and I was asking something going on today that I need to be aware of.
Yeah, you probably do need to be aware of it.
A lot of good things going on. So you'll have new board members in today.
Yeah, 2 new board members being sworn in, and we'll have our reorganizational meeting 10:30 this morning. I know the county commissions will be at a later date.
Yes, next Tuesday.
Right. So very excited. Looking forward to moving on. Got a lot of new things to look at, and our next meeting we're actually going to be talking about what we call the state of the district. That's the one on December 4th. So we'll talk about some of the things that's happened this year, and some of the things we're looking forward to for the upcoming year. By the way, it's Thanksgiving a couple of days from now.
Yes, it is.
And last day of school for our students today for the rest of the week.
Right.
But I do want to just say, in the spirit of Thanksgiving, how thankful I am for all the people in Putnam County and in our schools and our county government for all the things they do to make this county such a great county. And hats off to them.
A lot of really good things going on in our county, and a lot of good growth that's happening here now. And a lot of folks do a lot of great things.
Yeah. Well, and just as you talk about, good people in Putnam County, the backpack drive that just was delivered this past weekend. The goal was to get 500 backpacks stocked to send out to Gulf County and the neighboring county, and ended up taking 1,000.
Yeah.
Because so many people wanted to help, and particularly for the school kids out there that were really struggling. And I thought the best thing they put in those backpacks was they had gone to the schools and had the school kids write notes to those school children. And so it took a long time for us to pack the bags because we kept reading the notes.
Right.
It's like, oh, look at this one. Everybody come over and look at it, and then, come on now, we got 490 more of these to do. But
coincidentally, I got a call from Jerry Eubanks from the state attorney's office over the weekend, and she said, we've got 500 extra backpacks, and we need somewhere to go. So I actually had to talk to the superintendent in Gadsden County, because we were actually going to we made a delivery of supplies to them yesterday, and he thought that when we took the 500 backpacks to his county, he thought that was our delivery. And I said, no, that is a complete different organization. State attorney's office, sheriff's office, EOC. If I miss anybody, let me know.
Clerk's office.
Clerk's office, thank you. Mm-hmm. So joint effort, and anyway, they quickly got their people together and received those backpacks. And actually, Jerry's family is from Gadsden County.
Right. Yep.
So that worked out perfect. Mm-hmm. But Roger Milton out there was very grateful, and actually, our truck delivered a bunch of supplies yesterday. So that was just tells a story about Putnam County and our generosity.
And then also the sheriff's office, Colonel Joe Wells took a group of out with him, and they took buckets of cleaning supplies. So I mean, it's just there's so many areas that you can help, and always this community steps up when it's time to help your neighbors, because there's been so many times we've needed the help.
Well, I mentioned earlier on another station that this defines Putnam County. How well we take care of our less fortunate and needy, and also the less fortunate outside of our county. And I just can't say enough about the people of this county, and it just enriches our life when we can give back to these people.
Well, it was a nice post on Facebook from Weewa Hitchka Elementary School, and thanks for the backpacks.
Yeah,
it's a great post. And but people, Putnam County might not be the richest county in the state, but we're the richest when it comes to big hearts.
Big time.
Without a doubt.
Yep.
Without a doubt.
And also, just to mention, we've actually gathered some children's books. Bluntstown Elementary in Calhoun County was devastated by the storm, lost a lot of books. And so a number of our schools and our citizens have donated children's books. And I talked to their superintendent, and he asked, because they have so many deliveries coming, could we wait till after Christmas? So we're going to make a delivery of children's books. I don't even know how many, just pallets full of books are going to be delivered after Christmas to restock the library. So thanks to everybody who contributed to that cause.
That's great.
Yeah.
Good stuff happening in this county.
It really is.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I couldn't be more proud to be a part of it, be around so many people that are giving, and And on a side note, since it's also football season, by the way, hats off to Crescent City High School.
Yes.
Got into the playoffs. I actually went to that game last week when they played Hawthorne High.
Right.
And just a little secret, I'm a alumni of Hawthorne High, but I did sit on the Crescent City side, just for the record.
Right. Yeah.
And but they played their hearts out. Hawthorne's got a great team, but Crescent City actually scored the most points against Hawthorne that have been scored on them this year.
Hawthorne has had a total of 40 points scored on them all year long.
Right.
And in one game, Crescent City scored 27 points. That's what we were talking about Matt Surrency, because sports writer Mark Blumenthal was in here, and he said Matt Surrency's the mayor.
Yeah.
Over there, and he said, but he's also working, and he says he's doing all kind of. He's not just working the press box. He's got 101 things going on. He says I was just in awe of him and all the things he was accomplishing during the ball game.
Yeah, he's their public address announcer, and you know he also, a little fact here. You know he works for Mick Hubert at Florida games. He's a spotter for Mick Hubert.
Well,
so if you go to a Hawthorne game, it's almost like Mick Hubert's up in the press box, because he talks just like Mick Hubert, calling the play-by-play and. But he's got a gift of gab, I'll tell you that.
Right. So we need to get him on a radio station over here.
Oh, you may never get him off if you get him on there. Yeah, he's something else. Yeah, but I'm proud to be related to him. I'd like to say I taught him everything he knows, but I can't. Yeah, he's something else.
But good stuff. Good stuff. A lot of great things happening.
Yeah.
So you're talking about with your new school board members. What happens when they come in there? That the school board members have different things they're assigned to be in charge of?
Yeah, actually today, glad you asked. First thing they will do is determine who their new chairperson will be, just like the county commission. They'll select a new chairperson. And then after that, they have a number of committees and different legislative assignments, and all the liaisons and all those assignments will take place, just like the county commission. And then the last thing, they'll determine their meeting schedule for the year, which we've proposed a calendar for that. They've asked us to schedule 4 night meetings, and one of the first ones we're proposing is January 15th. Because we're trying to reach out and give our citizens an opportunity to come to more school board meetings.
Right.
You can still tune in and watch it live, but there's nothing like being there and experiencing it. And so that will be approved today as well. So it's just no business will take place today. It's just all those assignments and that type of thing will take place today. So it should be a relatively short meeting.
George, this is one of those meetings where you don't want to leave the room at any time.
You might get appointed.
Now, like even with county commissioners, school board members, the state actually does some training, do they not, for new members?
Actually, yeah.
Elected
As
officers?
a matter of fact, next week, myself and the board will be traveling to Tampa for the combined School Board Member Association and Superintendent Association annual meeting, and there'll be a lot of training and orientation at that time. Yeah.
I know on the county commission side, they have a curriculum that's approved by the state that they go through, and it takes sometimes a year and a half, 2 years to get through all of those, and then
Wow.
you get some certifications that you've gone through that training, and it really does expose you to all of the real intricacies of government. And one of the first things they talk to you about is government sunshine, open meeting laws,
Right.
how to not get trapped into something that you wouldn't think of. So they give you a lot of different examples so that there's no improper communications between board members. And that's really hard for new folks to grasp.
Right.
Now, once you get it, it's not hard at all.
Right.
But it's just really about forms of communications and how you do that and where you conduct them and what you can talk about. And that doesn't prevent them from having lunch together.
Right.
You meet somewhere at a gathering or something. It doesn't mean you can't talk to them, but you just can't discuss any items that's going to come before you. And once they all know that, then it works very well.
Right.
But sometimes that first part of that is, I've seen these looks before, like, what do you mean I can't talk to them? You can't.
Well, as chairman of the city planning board, we've got some new people on there, and after our meeting was over, we walked in the parking lot. One of the new members came up and asked me a question. I said, well, that's nothing we can talk about.
Right.
What do you mean we can't talk about it? I just need a little bit of clarification. I said, we can't discuss it. That's the sunshine. We're not elected officials.
Yeah.
I said, you're still
Yep.
You're still governed by the sunshine.
That's right.
If it's a group that's going to make a recommendation to an elected official, you have to follow that sunshine rule all the way to the very end of that
Right.
recommendation process.
And also, our elected officials, I'm sure y'all do too, have to go through so many hours of ethics training.
Right.
And that's actually provided next week for those who want to take that, or you can do it online. But you know, that's an education too. There's so many things that's involved in the ethics part of holding office.
What do you mean you can't take a bribe?
Whoa, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, you see, Rick, I was like,
Whoa.
whoa, hold on a minute, don't throw that word around.
Yeah, that's a word we don't use regular.
No.
I'm glad we had a witness in here. Yeah, there's a lot of rules, and you know, it's all about the public's trust.
Yes,
You know,
exactly
we
right.
want to make sure, and we don't take this lightly.
Right.
You know, people expect us to uphold the law and to do what's in the best interest of our citizens and our students, and you know, Tim and I take that very seriously. So, but we can laugh about it, but we do take it seriously, and
Definitely.
expect everybody else to also.
Right. If you can't laugh in life, what's the use?
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, we do have fun though.
right.
This is the greatest job I've ever had, and I love it. It's challenging, but I just feel like I'm part of a bigger thing, you know.
Right.
So Putnam County is a great place to be, and you know, we've gotten our bad rap over the years, but I'll tell you, we have a lot of momentum going in this county, and I'm not talking about just the school system. I'm talking about overall.
Yes.
And we have a lot of things going on, a lot of infrastructure being developed, and also I just encourage people to put your kids in our schools and come buy a house in Putnam County and pay taxes and enjoy everything going on.
So what time's the school board meeting so they can see how the
Today
how it
it's
works?
10:30. It's normally a 3:30 meeting, but today is 10:30, and it'll be a very brief meeting. And you know, you can tune in. We stream that live on our YouTube channel, so just come out and watch it. See our 2 new board members. See who our new chairperson is going to be.
All right.
I'll actually start off chairing the meeting, which I always do, you know, on this time of year. But I'll turn the gavel over to the new chairperson. So it
Good
should be
stuff.
exciting.
See how the process works at 10:30 this morning. That's the reason I brought that back up again, because it's not the normal time that
Right.
you can see the school board meeting happen. So it's going to happen this morning, just a couple hours away.
Yep, and the swearing in's at 9
9.
o'clock
Yes,
at the
yep.
Board of County Commissioners. It's always a great ceremony.
Very good.
Yeah. But it's a privilege to serve in the same community with Tim Smith. He's always been an idol of mine, and our kids grew up together, and we just have a deep friendship. But more than that, we're public servants.
Yeah,
And,
thank you. Yeah, I actually had your son out of my house last weekend taking pictures. So,
Really?
Yeah.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was good to see him and your grandkids.
Yeah. Tim and I always swap grandkids stories, you know.
Yeah, those are the best stories.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah. Our kids, you know, they grew up, and we've already told stories about them, but now it's about the grandkids.
Yeah.
Nothing like grandchildren.
Yeah.
That is wonderful.
Right.
Yes,
Good
it is.
stuff.
Yes, they are.
About to make a trip to Georgia to pick up show pigs for 4-Hers and FFA kids.
Might need you to drop one off of my house, because I got to feed some people this week for Thanksgiving. So drop that pig off of my house.
Hook you right up. All right, thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to have you. Appreciate
It's
you
good to
being
be here. It's I always look forward to it. Tim, good seeing you.
Good to see you.
See you in an hour or two,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
If I'm not there, y'all start without me.
Good luck to you and your board.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's going to be a great year.
Yes.
George, thanks for having us.
Sure thing. Good to
All
have
right.
you.
All right.
Always.